Hi, and welcome to Gear I Use, Not Reviews. In this video, I'm going to explain what the channel is about. Basically, this channel focuses on video gear that I own and use. I'm just sharing my personal opinions and thoughts about the gear. I'm a film and television industry professional with over 35 years experience. I've worked on all sorts of productions, from high-end TV commercials and corporate videos, animated TV series, documentaries, weddings, feature films, and all sorts of things over the years in a variety of roles. Everything from an editor, to a visual effects compositor, to a visual effects supervisor, to producer, director, and writer. So I'm kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. And these days, I'm what you call a videographer most of the time. That's a solo shooter who has to do the role of every member of crew on set. And that's going to be important later on when I talk about the reasons why I choose the gear I use. Anyway, when I went independent back in 2015, I needed to buy some gear that would be able to service the low to medium budget jobs, suitable for 1 or 2 person crews without breaking the bank. After about a decade of building up my small collection of gear to a rather substantial one, I thought why not share some opinions about it. Most of the gear I own is a little old now, but I do have some relatively new gear as well. I'm assuming you can still get most of what I own on the market, perhaps the second-hand market, but it could be just what you need to get started. This channel definitely is not for the seasoned professional. It's more about helping beginners make decisions on buying gear, and perhaps some advice on the best way to make the most of it. In saying that, I'm assuming people who watch any of my videos at least have some basic knowledge of the industry, so I don't have to explain absolutely everything in the most basic details. When I'm choosing my gear, I prioritize 2 main factors. First and foremost is bang for buck, or value for money. Does it offer enough professional features and quality at a very good price? As I've said, I use my personal gear on low to medium budget, solo shooter type projects, so I don't want to be spending extra money on features I don't need or will never use. There's plenty of cameras out there that look really great. They're really professional, they're cinema cameras and so on, but they are way more expensive than I want to spend or can justify. And most of the advanced features they have, well, I'm never going to use them. And that's something we need to consider when we're buying our gear. When I work on high-end, big-budget jobs these days, I still hire a full crew with all the top-of-the-line professional gear. But what I want for my own gear is something that gives you very professional results but doesn't break the bank. Secondly, reliability and ease of use, and this is also a big one. As a single-person shooter, I need gear that can produce professional results, sometimes in full auto mode, especially on those run-and-gun type shoots. I also need gear that can operate in full manual mode as well, for projects where I have the time and I want to be able to control every aspect of the shoot. As I said earlier, as a solo shooter, you're responsible for every aspect of the shoot. You're doing the job of everyone that would normally be on the crew. So you need gear that's very easy to use, very intuitive, and it needs to be as much of your assistant as it is your equipment. And finally, how dependable is this gear? Is it going to overheat? Is it going to chew through lots of batteries? Is it going to be more of a nuisance than an asset? Bang for buck, reliability and ease of use. These are things I'll probably discuss a lot on this channel. I'm not a gear reviewer, and I don't really want to be. So I'm not really going to be doing box opening videos, or diving deep into specs, or doing very high technical tests on gear, or any of that sort of stuff. There's a million better channels out there for that. Not only that, but they get access to the latest gear. And I'm not talking about the latest gear. I'm talking about stuff that I own and I use, and it could be several years old. I'm just someone who wants to help others, who are starting out perhaps, make some informed decisions based on the gear that I own, if they're considering buying it, either new or second-hand. I'll give a basic overview perhaps, and then discuss things like what do I like about the gear, how I use it, what I don't like about it, would I recommend it, and finally, would I buy it again back then, or even now, assuming it's still available. Every now and then I might talk about other things as well. Perhaps gear that I like, but that I don't own, why I like it, why I might buy it, or why I might not buy it. I may talk about software I use, including video and photo editing programs. I may even have a rant occasionally about the industry in general. And on the odd occasion, I may talk about some random things, like a lawnmower or a TV that I bought. But for the most part, the channel is going to be about the video gear that I own and use, and just my opinions about that. I'm not interested in promoting this channel for my business. This channel is mostly about older budget gear, and I don't want clients thinking I'm using cheap stuff to make their videos. Yes, the gear I own and use is on the budget side, but it's still not cheap, and it is professional, at least if you know how to use it. I'm also not going to invest a significant effort in making these videos visually appealing. There's going to be no wow factor. I just want to get them out there quickly when I have some time and a topic I want to discuss. To be honest, a lot of the videos I upload will be so visually uninteresting that you're probably better off just listening to them as a podcast. So people might see some videos on this channel and think, is that the kind of quality he delivers? Well, I'm not going to pay for that. And of course, it's not. This channel is not about showing off. I'm not going to monetize this channel, at least not yet, and there's no plans to in the future. I don't want to build clients from this channel, and I don't want to become a YouTube star or any of that. I won't be posting videos regularly either. In fact, it's likely it could be several months between videos at times. It all depends when I have some free time, something to talk about, and I can be bothered making a video. When you make videos for a living, sometimes the last thing you want to do on your downtime is to make a video. So therefore, I would suggest there's no real reason to like or subscribe to this channel. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm going to be a little bit all over the place, and a lot of the videos I post will only be interesting to certain people, based on the topic or the gear I'm talking about. It's not like I'm reviewing the latest gear or software released every week, so there won't be a broad appeal to everything I post. Furthermore, I don't have the time or the inclination to bother having lots of chats on this channel or building a community. So quite often, I'll just turn the comments section off because it's not really going to be important to me about what people think about what they just saw. I'm hoping that I can provide some value to people out there. Perhaps you see a video about some old gear that's on the second-hand market and think, I could really use that. Or maybe you think, that looks like a piece of garbage and that won't really suit my needs. Either way, I guess the video has helped you make a decision. I may even put up some tech tips about stuff that I use occasionally, things that other people have missed or have gotten wrong, or that I haven't seen anyone else talk about, particularly with some of the more obscure or much older gear that I own that doesn't get a lot of mention on YouTube these days. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. Hopefully I made it clear what this channel is about and what it's not about. Bye for now. Oh, and don't like, subscribe, or comment, or anything else.